Oh, right now? Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome to the Untitled Sickos Project, where we're back again for another podcast. You know what they say, better out than in, but her aim is getting better. I'm Bears
They
fan,
need to cancel this show already.
Okay, man. Okay, man. Okay, man. There's 24 Amper, also known as Noah, Carsausage, Juggerbear, Kamane, Luke, and Nickman. I completely forgot to ask people if they want to introduce themselves. That's on me. But I'm gonna not be a dum-dum and get straight to the welcome mat.
We're like the welcome mat.
So,
The
guys.
radical left strikes again.
So, guys, as I'm sure you heard, of course, there was like we're talking about we're starting to see what the MVP is looking like this year, and everything. But that's whatever. That's something we can save for a while. The reason why I want to bring this up is because I saw something today that made me genuinely sick to my stomach. So last year, we have the awards show. We have the AP. We have the MVP, offensive player, defensive player, all that mumbo jumbo. But yeah, stuff like that happens. Nothing there is really too egregious, other than I saw that Bucky Irving was 6th in Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I just had to chuckle a little. But you want to know something? It's whatever. Things like that happen. I then looked at the Comeback Player of the Year voting, and my jaw dropped to the floor. So, do you guys remember who was Offensive Player of the a Comeback Player of the Year last year?
I distinctly remember Sam Darnold was ruled ineligible.
Any other guesses?
Let's just go on with this.
Well, it was Joe Burrow. So, it's Joe Burrow. He beat out guys like J.K. Dobbins. Sam Darnold still got a couple votes, and along with guys like Damar Hamlin, Christian Gonzalez. That's fine. There was another person who received first place votes, and that was Tim Patrick. Shrugging my shoulders on that one, Chief, but sure, go ahead with it. This is where it starts to get weird. Guys, there was over 27 votes. There was over 27 players nominated for the Comeback Player of the Year award, and I just want to go by this go by this, and I just want you guys to hear. 6th place, Tim Patrick. In 7th, we have Aaron Rodgers coming off the ACL tear. Makes sense. After that, we have Nick Chubb coming off a very bad injury. Makes sense. Cam Hayward. I forget if he was injured. He might have been injured. Who knows? Kyler Murray coming off an ACL tear makes sense. CJ Gardner-Johnson. I'm sorry. I don't remember him getting hurt, but whatever. Now, here's where it gets weird. Guys, Justin Herbert played 13 games in the NFL in 2023. How could you call him a comeback player? How would you nominate him as a vote? Just genuinely curious.
Yeah, I mean, what if, man? What if?
Yeah, survived Brandon Staley.
After that, we have Kirk Cousins, who's coming off an Achilles. Makes sense. This next one, I want you guys to withhold your laughter for a second. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson was 14th.
Okay, can I see your works cited? Oh, and this is just a crack pipe.
No. This is all on Pro Football Reference. And they don't lie. They do not lie. And you want to know who's in 15th place? Saquon Barkley, who wasn't... I just want to remind you that Saquon Barkley played 14 games in 2023. They gave the comeback player of the... They gave a guy who had over 2,000 yards the comeback player of the year award just because he played for the Giants. Now that's not where it
MetLife.
Yeah, that's not where it gets funny. Here's where it gets funny. Tony Jefferson. Don't know. I'm pretty sure that's reasonable. Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz was hurt. Was hurt. Fair enough. Sure. Nakobe Dean probably hurt. Jonathan Taylor. Sure. Whatever. Jameson Williams. I don't believe he had an injury. He might have been out a couple games, but I don't remember that. Dre Greenlaw, because of the ACL, which, makes sense. Or, well, that one injury. TJ Hawkinson. Okay, now here's where everything goes south. Cam Akers. Cam Akers, guys. Mr. I've been everywhere. Cam Akers.
But mostly traded to the Vikings.
He got 2 points worth of votes. Again, what did he come back from? Being dog shit? Like, what's the comeback here? I need to find, pinpoint the place where the comeback is.
He came back to the Vikings.
Oh, God. Oh, no. And 24th, we have Mark Andrews, sure. 25th, Marlon Humphreys, sure. And 27th, Jack Conklin. Now, there's a guy that I purposely skipped, because this is the funniest thing that I saw on this. Anthony Richardson was 26th in votes. He got one 5th place vote for Comeback Player of the Year award last year. And I just want to sit here and I want us all to soak this in a little bit. Someone was dumb enough to put Anthony Richardson, a guy who didn't even play well in 2024, a 5th place vote.
You know who it was? It was Mr. Ursay, man.
Hingle McCringleberry.
All of this is just to say, Comeback Player of the Year voting sucks. Voting in general sucks.
Don't vote. Commit political violence. Get the senator pregnant.
No. Please don't do that. Anywho, we can now finally start talking about some real stuff that happened this week, also known as football. Yeah. Let's get into a very exciting week in the college realm first, as usual. Yeah,
We're not talking about quarterbacks, are we?
Hey, that's all I gotta say. These blows, they can suck it.
This
suck it. Pisses me off, man.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
We'll get to the glorious ACC crash out. But to quickly recap, Texas Tech buries BYU. Colorado did not come back against West Virginia in a game where West Virginia was favored by 6. And now we got our first meaty game, Indiana versus Penn State. What a catch. What a catch.
And what a typical Penn State way to lose. Coming back all the way down and still finding a way to keep the narrative alive. They just can't break out of it, man. They just can't.
I will say this. It is not easy for a freshman quarterback like Ethan Grunkmeyer to go into an environment, to go into a game going up against the second-ranked opponent in the NFL and expect a win out of it. I 100%.
Grunkmeyer, he was awesome in the second half. No, it was Knowles with his fourth game losing defensive stand in the season. Oregon, Northwestern, Iowa, and now Indiana. They just needed one more stop 4 times, and Knowles blew it all 4 times. Yeah. Remember that game-winning drive started with a 7-yard sack, and they immediately gave up 20 right back.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
It's
Penn State
still.
was. As much as
I mean, it is very fitting. It's very fitting for Penn State to lose on, a catch that pretty much defies the laws of physics, and that was an incredible catch. I think the most impressive thing about that catch is the fact that the side official correctly called that a catch on first viewing.
Man, Mendoza is gonna look so good when the New York Jets ruin him.
Yeah.
Destroyed, man. Gonna get freaking destroyed.
I will say this, in a game where Indiana was favored by 2 touchdowns, Penn State did the best that they could. It's a rough season that doesn't get any better, but at the very end of the day, most of their losses have came down to 1 score. It all just comes down to 1 play. And granted, you're not going to win all those sometimes. But Penn State still has hope, especially if Gunkmeyer is going to play like he did against a very good Indiana defense.
I mean, we'll see what happens, but it is really funny.
Once the strategy for Penn State just became in Grunk we trust, the offense just became significantly better, and it makes me wonder why we haven't done this the whole year. And this same thing applied for Aller too. While he wasn't great, a lot of this Kotel Mickey has become pretty notorious for being cute and gimmicky rather than just trusting his offense to air it out.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I just wanted to say it is very funny that Penn State versus Michigan State is on CBS over Iowa versus USC. That is very funny.
Fucking. Oh my god, to think these guys went from calling the best SEC games to this pig slop. Oh my god.
It is very just funny. Indiana should realistically drop down in the rankings because I don't care if you're playing at Rocky Top and that being a tough environment. This is the second time that that Indiana barely escapes a game. And if Penn State gets 1 stop, or if Iowa's quarterback doesn't go out, this team's 8-2. But all to them, they're finding ways to win. All to them, they're finding ways to win. I won't do that. I am just slightly bitter from that fucking Iowa game.
And one of the things I will agree with Yosko, Delta needs to pull an Eli Manning. Yes, don't, especially for one of the off-season. I 100% agree. Get out of New York. The Jets are going to fucking ruin him. They don't even have to try. They're gonna waste the haul of picks that they got from the trade deadline. They're gonna find a way, and there's gonna be scientists.
Honestly, it's not even just the Jets. I just don't want to play at MetLife.
Honestly, I think he. Although speaking of players that I could see going to New York, Kyler Murray.
Yeah, because I guess the rumor of him not being traded. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyways, college football.
Extra base sponsorship. What about that?
What if he goes and plays in Sacramento? Have you thought about that?
Plus, I'm pretty sure Le'Veon Bell went to the New York Jets and immediately became part of that whole Super Smash Brothers scene, which, after the allegations he's facing, makes total sense.
There's something about Le'Veon Bell. I know the guy he footstooled.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm pretty sure that was the guy who tweeted every day asking Alfarad to do Garfield Kart. I'm pretty sure it's one and the same.
Huh. Interesting.
Small world.
That just reminds me of whenever Salty DK Dan would tweet out Norm, I edged to your video.
No, we don't. God damn.
Okay, next college game. What's next?
Just to recap some of them, of course, Southern Miss beats Arkansas State. SMU puts belt to ass against Boston College.
Let's do Power 4.
All right. I'll recap some of the close ones just a little bit. Georgia beats Mississippi State. Army beats Temple in a close one. Missouri State would be bowl eligible if the NCAA rules didn't fucking suck. Change that shit.
They could still do it. There's no eligible.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah. Ole Miss beats Citadel. Grass is green. Ohio State beats Purdue. Other than that, Rutgers beats Maryland. What was one?
We got Iowa State who beat Texas Christian, delivering TCU their first home loss in over a year.
Yeah, and that was coming off of Rocco Beck's one of his worst games too. Iowa State found a way to win.
They were, as the kids put it, super mega
Yeah. I mean, shoutouts to Carson Hansen. I always want to call him Chris Hansen for some reason.
Well, I mean, why don't you take a football right here?
Well, he is telling. This is Big Ten NBC actually.
Yeah, just like he's telling defenses, why don't you take a seat right there and just immediately going for the end zone.
He's showing you the evidence on how he's gonna kick your ass.
Also, I agree. Yeah, so UMass is
going. Unfortunate.
Dude, there's always a power rankings on ESPN Guy ranks all college programs from FBS. That's one of the contingents. The fact that you not even a top 100, top 200, not even a top 225 program. They are put right now in the 239th spot. It is that bad right now.
Nick, are we gonna have to force you back into the basement to make an untitled UMass project?
I will do it.
You know what? I could just we might as well just make a video on that whole fucking UMass game where they just blew like a near guaranteed chance to win.
Oh yeah, I forgot to gloss over the Friday games that happened this week. USF ended up being UTSA, go figure, and USC beat Northwestern, go figure. Anywho, that's pretty much it for those games. I don't care. Also, in other news, I'm not sure if Kamain follows this team at all, but Jacksonville State Gamecocks are finally bowl eligible this season.
I don't.
Fair enough.
College in general, it makes me even more depressed than the NFL does because I root for a team in the same conference as Ohio State.
Lol.
Wait, are you one of those oregano fans?
No, we'll get to it.
Yeah. Obviously, Iowa State beat TCU. Arizona beats Kansas in the national. Kansas just doesn't want to be bowl eligible this season for no reason. Texas A&M beats Missouri. Go figure. Miami beats a team without a quarterback. Wow. Congratulations. Penn State is atop of the Conference USA at 7-2, which is very exciting because currently right now the Kent State Owls have a 1.9% chance of making the college football playoffs. If you want to know how that is, Iowa still has a 1.8% chance. So good for them. I hope they find a way to make it in as long as it doesn't fuck over Iowa. Duke versus UConn.
Telling me there's a chance.
Duke versus UConn was another weird game where once again it comes down to the wire, but this time Duke's on the receiving end of being on the funny part. as basically a last-second touchdown from Joey Fagano put them above in UConn wins without going into overtime. Now,
UConn.
Joey, what?
Yep, Joey Fagano.
Oh, sorry. I
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Fagano, like.
Nah. Up next in overtime, Vandy and Auburn. Vanderbilt with a 45-38 win over Auburn.
Oh my God, Auburn's gonna lose the football game.
Guys,
Auburn. It's very funny that Auburn finally keeps it close with Vandy the week after they fire Hugh Freeze.
Yeah.
Ironically, this is the first time all season Auburn has allowed more than 24 points in a game. But it's also the most points Auburn has scored, I think, all year.
It is. And that's going up against South Alabama. Also too, oh no, they got more against Ball State, but Ball State isn't a football team. They're disguising themselves as one. Can we have an uncomfortable conversation about Vandy? I feel like they're running out of steam.
Offense isn't running out of steam, but defense definitely, because you should not be giving up 38 to Auburn.
Yeah, they still have a good shot of getting in just because the Longhorns, Rebels, and Bulldogs are going to eat each other up. But I'm cautious about Vandy. Well,
they've tend to I think they've been quite I mean, we all want them to see FP, but they
it's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
Oh yeah, for the Sickos Community Game of the Week, Air Force beat San Jose State University. UNC finally got their first win against not their first win. No, this is their first ace. No, they beat Syracuse. My bad. This is their first
ACC win.
This is their first ACC win at home this season. It's
also their first conference win against a team with a quarterback.
True.
Dare we say Unk still got it?
Frank Wright versus Bill Belichick in the year 2025.
Can we talk about Syracuse real quick? Could you imagine what their season would be like if Steve Angeli didn't get hurt?
Maybe they might be good,
but they definitely at least be on contender for 8 or 9 wins. Instead, their season's over.
Yeah.
Did Auburn fire their coach already?
Yeah,
we talked about
him.
we talked about Hugh Freeze last week, I think.
Got out already.
Get out. Well, Luke, do you want to talk about my pain first, or do you want to talk about your pain first?
I'll go first. And just so you know, Kamain, don't be careful. You press the pull out there. Celebrate.
Well, you know, between you and me, Luke, I am kind of horny. So
no, boo.
Talk about the game.
Talking about the game, just so you know. All right, you can celebrate this one, but just so you know, you're immune. You'll be careful. Oh dear fucking lord. I never thought it would be Clown of the Week in Squidtard's college football chaos week. By the way, first of all, God bless for those recaps because there's way too much college game. There's too much college games to keep fully a track on. I mean, the only autistic quad box can so much, but to be Clown of the Week. Yeah. Long are the days since the heroic Ellen DeBoer. Long are the days of Michael Penix.
Heroic.
Justin to my favorite player of all time, Romo Dude. Long
Doomsday
are the days of the peaks that was Washington program, and what is kind of the unfortunate side effect of joining the Big Ten, of when you do make that jump, you're gonna run into these things. Important to note, Washington has never looked good on the road during the entire tenure of one. I don't even want to say his name. It gives me like the
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe Andre.
like
Clap, clap.
Finch, or don't think pisses me off.
Let's call him Fish.
Fish. So motherfucking Fishy over there. You want to know what his road record is in the entire tenure of Washington?
Is it bad?
1-7. His only road win was versus Maryland. You know, the Maryland where it's like, guys, I think
The
we're
fell for it
back.
again.
Incredibly loud buzzer. I'm done. I'm done with Finch. This isn't the Pac-12 anymore.
Fish.
Can't have games like that.
Hang on, do I have that sound effect? Dang it!
You just can't.
Fish.
You just can't. To lose to a team who threw 42 total yards. The fact that you couldn't get Denzel Boston playing when he's been your top wide receiver. What the hell is also the O-line doing? Right? You have a quality receiver, a quality running back, a quality quarterback, and yet stupid, boneheaded mistakes at the wrong time, and you could just string them along. That was the game. Did we here's the thing. Washington would be in the top 50 right now if they would just practice on not making those critical mistakes. Look at the game versus Michigan and Ohio State. And against Wisconsin, the games that they've lost. Hell, go to last year and look at the stupid boneheaded moves that they did that made them lose games. Like this we're in year 2 of Finch, and how are these mistakes getting curbed? I know it's college football. I know mistakes happen, but this is the I've seen a trend. There's so many games that the Washington Huskies have played under him that that shouldn't happen. You gotta clean this up. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. I mean, I know where we belong. We're gonna be probably, the 8th best Big Ten team. We're gonna beat up Rutgers. We're gonna beat up the Purdue's of the world and then hey, if a ranked team comes home, we'll beat them. But on the road, you know what's gonna happen. Just get to the next one, and it's gonna be a while before Washington sees the highs of the program like it once did. It's gonna be
Well, Kamane, you can finally talk about your on the other side of it, your team.
So I understand that you're upset with your coach, Luke. Can we interest you in a slightly used Luke Fickle? Maybe
Wait, are you saying that Duke is getting tired of Manny Diaz? Bring him back to Penn State. We could use the defense.
When people were just like, "Oh, we gotta have Luke Fickle as our defensive coordinator on the Packers."
I mean, honestly, with Luke Fickle, I just have thousands of questions. My questions are, how the hell did Cincinnati make the CFP? Like, we all wanted them to that year. I remember that year very vividly. I mean, they had Garrett Wilson, right? Right?
Yeah, they also had Ivan
Sauce
Pace.
Gardner.
Not Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner. Garrett Wilson was on. Sauce
Yep.
Gardner. They had Tariq Woolen. They had
Desmond
sorry,
Ritter.
Kobe
Pace.
Bryant. That was Kobe Bryant.
They had Desmond Ritter.
Desmond Ritter. Who else was from that crazy?
Alec Pierce, I believe, was on that team.
I distinctly remember Ivan Pace Jr. because he went undrafted to the Vikings, and people everywhere were just like, "Dude, it's a steal!" And I can't say I disagree.
But back on topic to the game. What were your thoughts, Kameen?
Lol, Lamau. The 5-minute highlight video that was put out was genuinely too long for how shit that game was. And I'm a fan of the team that won, begrudgingly. See, something that we need to remember about sports fandoms is occasionally you're born into them, and unfortunately, God made me a Wisconsin sports fan for better and for worse. This year, most years on the college sphere, it's for worse. My God, is it for worse? I miss when I could look forward to only losing to Ohio State in like one team as a surprise loss instead of 8 weeks.
Yeah, remember the Russell Wilson years?
Get a surprise win. Do we even have like a quality running back that we've provided?
I mean, their running back did pretty good that game. Fucking I think his name's Gideon Ituka. I mean, he's probably going to need some time, and I think he's a freshman or sophomore, but he did pretty all right, all things considered.
Yes.
Yeah, the last Wisconsin running back I remember being good is Melvin Gordon.
My brother in think about the offensive player of the year race.
There is another.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He's active right now. Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, he went to Wisconsin?
Yes, He was a second-round pick because mileage, and he had some fumble issues in college, if I remember correctly. Was really the only knock against him.
I always I always followed the adage of never take a running back from a school known for its offensive linemen.
Not all cases apply.
Yeah. What about when they produce the greatest running back in college football history, and he only plays 3 seasons?
Yeah.
Who?
I think there's an argument that JT's the RB GOAT. If he had stayed one more year, like he could have stayed 2 more games and he would have gotten the all-time yards record. I'd have to
I disagree. If Braylon Allen stayed there for 2 more years, he would have probably ran over the over everything. But he's currently stuck on injured reserve on the Jets. The poor soul.
I think the season's over. It was an ACL tear, wasn't it?
He tore his ACL.
I want to say he's. I thought it was. I know it's an extended.
MCL sprain.
So he can return back. It's just probably not going to happen.
Yeah, he's playing for the New York Jets. Why would he?
Yeah. Like, bruh.
Yeah, that was a bad game. But it's time for me to trauma dump, god damn it. This is the second fucking game that we should have goddamn won. But of course, fucking 2 things don't go right, and it's immediately fucking. By the way, I just want to let everyone know right now, I see a lot of people give Mark Gronowski shit, and granted, I did too. When you realize that he is just a Navy he plays a Navy style of quarterback. It's like, oh, never mind. He's kind of fun. Anywho,
See, my issue with Iowa was, especially that game, it was never Gronowski. It was always Mr. Like conservative as Fox News on the offense, Kirk Ferentz.
no, it's not even just that. Fucking Oregon got like a bullshit safety to start the game, which I don't fucking understand that penalty call at all. I don't get how you call that an illegal bat. I'm sorry, no.
I mean, to be
That's
fair,
stupid.
from what I heard, I mean, granted, in that case, and granted, it sucked for Iowa, but in that case, it's like, well, you know what? Because of how horribly wrong that play went, you're either taking a safety in that situation or Oregon's getting a touchdown.
I guess, but like,
you know what it is? It's sort of like when Miami fumbled the ball, against Georgia Tech when they ran it when they should have taken a knee. Technically he didn't fumble, but the refs were just like, that play was so stupid, we're gonna call it a fumble anyway. Do your job and take a fucking knee.
The worst part is we made Dante Moore have probably his worst game of the season, and that's funny because he just looked like dog shit against Wisconsin. I'm frustrated, man. If this team beats Indiana or Oregon, we're making the CFB, and we have a good shot at making noise because this is a fantastic defense. But like fucking usual, Iowa bullshit happens. We can't score more than fucking 16 points a game, and it's frustrating. We can't. I really need us to beat USC. If we can beat USC, there might be hope. But at this point, it's frustrating.
Yeah, Dante Moore had a rough game, but I will say that throw that he made, like on that final drive to get to like Iowa's like inside the 30, like that was a perfect throw by him, and that was all they really needed.
Yeah. Well, after that, Notre Dame slapped Navy in the face and told them to get out of our sight. FSU loses to Clemson in the Eternal Revenge Tour.
Never buy the hype.
And now we get to the ACC.
I hate this
Virginia.
fucking conference. I hate this fucking conference.
Virginia. Let's have a little talk here. This is the college football playoffs, and your only loss before this came to North Carolina State. You know that, right? And that's not even the most embarrassing loss. Louisville lost in overtime to the woke agenda. The blue wave went in and turned Kentucky red. I mean, and turned Kentucky blue, guys. That's how crazy it was. What is the ACC other than the awful conference of consumers or something? This conference sucks. Nuke it from orbit.
Listen, the chimpanzee says it all.
Look, we made him look, man. He just doesn't like ACC football. Other than that, Nebraska beat UCLA. Kentucky beat Florida. Actually, yeah, that is kind of big. Kentucky put belt to ass on Florida. Granted, DJ Lagway, he doesn't really have anyone to help him currently, but
he's probably transferring.
If I'm him, I'm going to Miami ASAP. Alabama beat LSU. Utah State beat Nevada. You want a cookie or something? UNLV beat Colorado State. Hawaii actually took down a very strong San Diego State team, but granted, San Diego had to go to Hawaii, so I'm just going to say home field advantage. And last but not least, Oregon State lost to Sam Houston, a team who had not won a game at all up until this point.
You know, I really wish I'd fucking gone to that game, man.
Chat,
I have no vested rooting interest in Oregon State, but goddamn, would that have been absolutely wonderful to be a part of.
chat, here's a little bit of a life lesson. Instead of saying, "May I go to the bathroom?" Instead, raise your hand when your teacher calls on you. You say, "Can a white boy do a little tinkle?"
No, I think that's the reason Oregon State lost. They took a tinkle on the field, and
I saw
They've been
the
doing that
recap of
all
that
season.
game from Squidtard, and how many times on special teams are you gonna fuck?
the worst part is the quarterback for Sam Houston went a combined 9 for 24,
Oh, that's too fast.
85
That's too
yards,
fast.
85 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. These guys sucked, but they found someone else who sucked more, which is kind of funny when you think about it.
Because I don't give a fuck until I've had my coffee.
All
And
available on the CW.
true.
Somebody just
Anywho,
also,
I
USA Sports will take control of Pac-12 game. Yay!
I can't wait for Oregon State to be depicted as like the very generous guy in a Hallmark movie.
I think they're already
Guys,
Like,
he's
there. They're
It's
Mr.
already
Beast.
there, man!
It's the Mr.
They
Beast
are-
team.
I don't even think they're the Mr. Beast team. I think they're the guy that goes, "Why Jolly G Willikers? That female person there is really cute. Oh, sorry, I'm into winners. Oh, well, G Golly Willikers, ma'am, I'm sorry for wasting your time." The end. Like, both both Oregon State and Washington State are the cuck. They're in the cuck here. They got cucked by all the members of the Pac-12. All teams that have left the Pac-12 have found some form of success, one way or another.
Even UCLA.
Except for UCLA.
now they beat Penn State. It counts.
No. Decent success. Like, except for like maybe UCLA and maybe Arizona. That's it. Right? Like, nobody else is seriously. Washington State and Oregon State are probably, after this year, they'll probably never eclipse a top 100 program. They never will. Right? Washington State should have bounced to the Big 12 way sooner than they got, because guess what? Their top quarterback left them. Their coach left them for fucking Wake Forest. Wake Forest.
Maybe they're just maybe the
It's
taxes there are good.
Wake Forest.
I'm sorry, I must be hard of hearing. What college did you say it was again?
Oh, sorry, Spencer. I'm so sorry. I know you're. I'm so sorry. I didn't take that. You're.
Wake Forest.
Wake Forest. Is that good?
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah. They're the equivalent of the snot note, like the kid that's covered in snot because their parents forgot to pick him up from. Because their older sibling plays in a much cooler conference.
Oh, so you're saying they're the middle child? These two are the
they're
middle
like
children of the
me.
family?
They're the middle child that nobody gives a shit about. No one's gonna. Oh, cool. Oh, San Diego and Boise State are joining. Good for you.
Look, man, it's gonna be fucking over when fucking Iowa State somehow joins the Pac-12 for some reason.
Don't do that to yourself, man. The Big 12 is perfect. Like the chart remains of the. They're trying. Let this conference die. This conference is gonna die. Washington State join the Big 12. Oregon State can stay in the Mountain West.
I want the Pac-12 to be reborn just purely despite you.
Here's the thing, it's not really spiting me, right? Because like the thing is, like after the Apple Cup, like the Apple Cup is gonna not be renewed because Washington's gonna look for a better opponent to play. Because there's no point. I don't want to play fucking Washington State and have 6 games.
Why not just call it the Banana Cup then?
Like it's not gonna do us any good. I want give me an SEC team. Come on.
And forget the Pac-12. We need the Mountain 12.
Sure.
Honestly,
I take the Mountain 12.
Just put the Big Sky into college football.
No. You guys don't get Big Sky football. You don't deserve it.
Yes, we do. Man. I'm a Montana State Bobcats fan. Thank you very much.
Listen, I am
care. You are not allowed to take my culture and taint it with your.
This is America, buddy. We take everyone's culture.
Yeah.
It's called cultural appreciation, you woke fucking liberal.
Yeah, you think we're original?
Cultural appropriation, and you guys are doing it.
Yeah, whatever. Slur I can't really say.
Whatever, wokey. How about you, Big Sky yourself?
Go back to Starbucks and make me a fucking coffee. So much, and make it black like the people you love so much.
Yeah, Big Sky so much.
Sometimes I wonder why I'm on this podcast.
Yeah.
And because fuck you, that's why.
I mean, at the end
we
of
love
the
you,
day,
that's why.
Anyways,
the only way I will ever accept the Pac-12 being reborn is if they take the just add them in. Just add them in, man.
You can take NDSU. That's fine.
Add the Dakotas in. They are ready for the big times. Just
put the Dakotas into the Big Ten. It'd be a perfect fit.
They are, but Pac-12 is better.
I honestly wish Iowa State could join the Big Ten.
No.
Yes, you want the better conference. You want the prestige.
No.
Anyways, there is actually one more game that I wanted to talk about, only because I picked it as an upset, and it has probably one of the funniest endings that I've seen in the entire college football season. But before that, I also wanted to say there's some other games that happen. Did we mention Texas Tech beating BYU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Texas A&M took care of Missouri. So okay, I think we mentioned all of those. Okay, we should be good on that. Okay, so the funny. So I picked Delaware to beat Louisiana Tech as an upset, and for a while it looked like it could happen, and then it looked like it wasn't going to happen because Delaware threw a pick six with 2:23 to go, and Louisiana Tech went up. They went up 24-16. So Delaware is now going to have to drive down the field, get a touchdown, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this game up. And granted, they do go down the field and get a touchdown, but they don't get the 2-point conversion. So now it is 24-22, Louisiana Tech with 34 seconds left. And it looks like all hope is lost, but then Delaware, it's probably the best onside kick you will ever see this season, and they recover it. They recovered an onside kick with 33 seconds left because the ball literally went over the entire every player on Louisiana Tech. It went over their heads, and Delaware was able to recover it. And with them being deep in Louisiana Tech territory, their kicker, after doing that onside kick, Nate Reed, would take a 51-yarder to win the game. And that is how I got a successful upset pick last week, because Louisiana Tech decided they wanted to be fucking hilarious.
I'm telling you, that's the power of Joe Flacco.
The power of Joe Flacco, the power of CUSA football.
Thank you, CUSA football.
Thank you.
Anywho, now, guys, are you ready to talk about the main sport? Yeah, let's talk about hockey. No.
Yeah, let's talk about
no.
highlight, baby.
No,
Let's
nope,
go!
nope.
Okay, here's my thing about hockey. Jesus Christ, the Leafs stink.
I told everybody. I said this at the start of the season. You know what? Fuck the NFL. The NFL can fucking sit over there, bitch. We're talking hockey. We talk so much about you. Go, shoot. Stay over there. I called it. I fucking called it. I said this in the Piss-Aways. I said that Leafs needed to sign Mitch Marner. I fucking said it. I said it, and then I stand by it now. You see what happens when you lose someone that is that produces over 100 points in the regular season, right? When you don't have that anymore. What happened? Sure, he may not show up in the playoffs, but guess what? You kind of need somebody to produce multiple players to produce 100 points to make the fucking dance to begin with. Seriously, there's just a bunch of middle six division middle six slop players that we got. There's nothing here. They added. Oh, we need more. The whole middle six forwards. No, it doesn't. It does not. There's nobody that can distribute Matthews the fucking puck. This team doesn't have any goddamn draft picks to replenish this. Easton Cowan has been up and down from the AHL to the fucking NHL level here. This team literally is getting outshot by everybody. The games, sure, it's like, oh, look, they're like 1-score games. They don't feel like 1-score games that they've lost. We feel like we're losing 5-0. They're getting outplayed every single time. Craig Berube doesn't know what to do with this group. Hell, I don't even know what to do with this. The only answer is we punt this year away. We trade what we can to see if somebody's gonna bite on us. Someone's gonna give us a 2nd-round pick for the slop of a fucking forward core that we have, right? Chris Tanev looks fucking lost. Morgan Riley's an overpaid bum. I don't know what to do with this team anymore. This team is an enigma, and it pisses me off so much.
Guys, hear me out. What if we start Max Domi as a center?
Fuck it, why not? Here's the thing: Nylander, Tavares, they're just as advertised. They're fine. I don't hate them. I don't have any problems with them. It's the rest of these idiots that I have problems with. I am again. This year needs to show us that we never needed Marner to begin with, and guess who's literally relaxing? Probably gonna have a career year in Vegas. Marner.
True.
He's gonna have a career year. He's probably gonna win the cup because that's Toronto sports. The Atlantic Division is the hardest division in hockey. It's been this way. We know it's been this way for years. You have the emergence of the Ottawa Senators, the emergence of the Montreal Canadiens. Somehow, Boston, they were supposed to be dead. Boston's not dead. They're in the top 3. They're in a playoff spot. Not in a wild card, but they're not in a wild card spot. They're in the top 3 of the division. Tampa Bay, the fact that the bottom 2 is freaking Buffalo, Toronto, and Florida. Those are the bottom 3 teams in the Atlantic Division.
That's some funny shit.
Florida could take a back seat and miss the playoffs, and that'd be fine. That'd be fine. That'd be okay.
Because they already won a cup.
They've won the past 2 Stanley Cups. They see this as the year. You know what? We got the next group of guys locked up long term. Let's just get healthy and ready for the next playoff run. And that'd be completely understandable, right? That's totally fine. The salary cap is going to dramatically increase next year, and you're fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's again, it was bound to happen that Detroit with Steve Eisner was going to accidentally stumble his way into a playoff spot. It's going to happen this year. He's going to somehow accidentally stumble his way into the playoff spot. I like the Sabres. The Sabres they're on the fringes of being about to be in another rebuild because there's nothing there. Players don't want to play there. They're the Blue Jackets of the world. They're gonna I tell you, they're gonna build something finally, and they're gonna break the streak of longest playoff drought. They're gonna break the record, but then they're gonna make it. They're gonna have this awesome core, and then everybody's going to fucking leave because no one wants to play for the fucking Buffalo Sabres, right? Toronto knew this was coming. I've been saying this for a while. This was going to happen where the Atlantic was going to be too cutthroat even for the Leafs core 4 to handle. And I've been looking on Twitter every week. I've been looking at every single LFR. I've been watching all of them because this team is nothing but fucking misery and pain. And the core 4 has been nothing but fucking coddled its entire life. They have been coddled. It's entirely they've been hidden away from the criticisms of the press. And as much as you want to say, man, you really shouldn't have signed those contracts when they were young. COVID-19 fucked all of that up. Because remember, 2019, they were talking about how the cap was going to go from 82.5 million to 89, and the cap was supposed to surge over from 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. COVID fucks this team. It fucked them for the long haul. They got completely destroyed by it. They couldn't add anything. And all of a sudden, that this offseason, they said, you know what? We're going to trade Mitch Marner for whatever we can get, because the answer should have been his raise was going to be $2 million more. $2 million more. You weren't going to go from a $1 million cap hit to 10. You weren't going to jump 9 million. You were going to go up. It's up to 2 million. And I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that over what the fuck this is. Marner is a playmaker. Marner is a great distributor of the puck. I would have rather that, okay, let's take sure, we may not make it to a deep run this year, but like the cap's going to skyrocket. This team is good. This team is going to be an attractive landing destination for players in free agency. Then you get those gritty middle six forwards to really round out this team. But trading away Fraser Minten in the last year's deadline, I hated that. Everybody knows how much I hated the fact that we traded Fraser Minten to the Boston Bruins. And guess what happened? He scored. He scored on us. He scored on us. He scored.
How about that Carlo guy you got in return?
Been fine.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think Noah had something that he wanted to say.
I don't.
I thought I heard your voice. That's all.
This team is nothing but infuriating pain, right? This might be the first year where none of my teams make the play. I hope the Kraken do. Proud of the Kraken. The Kraken got something special. They got something special. The Canucks. Here's the injury bowl. Now piss off. Like, all right.
You know who else
I
has
want to
been a
know.
disappointment?
There needs to. I know. I bet you there's a Maple Leaf support group out there, but like, there needs to be more Maple Leaf, because how the hell do we? Like, this is the part
Be the
where
change you want to see in the world.
third.
Start one.
This is the part of the season where this team is starting to. Yes, the start of the season is always rough, but like, what are we doing?
If it's any consolation, the Wild are a huge disappointment too. Yeah, it's just like we really gotta get rid of the bald man, you know?
I think that there's players that they can be. Connor Bedard's gonna get 100. Hot take that Sharks into the playoffs. That's my super spicy take. I don't think it's gonna. Oh, Connor Bedard's gonna. Dude's absolutely gonna get his first as a pro this year. Blackhawks aren't gonna finish. They're gonna be really good. It's just if they can stave off the Blackhawks in a few years, just right now. Like the Leafs
I
fan,
think the
Leafs,
fact that we
I
have
thought Game 7 versus Boston in 2024 was the time to absolutely. I think this year is gonna. I think this be the kettle that made the pot.
No, I mean honestly, this year is probably gonna be bad anyway, just because the Blue Jays lost.
But here's the
Like,
thing: the Blue Jays you can
like-
be proud of. The Blue Jays. I mean, if you're a fan of Toronto, sure, losing to Shohei Ohtani sucks, but like I'd be proud because I'm pretty sure the Maple Leafs fans would take losing Game 7. We could take losing 7.
I think they'd take a Stanley Cup run even if they lost.
We would.
but
we wanted is one deep playoff run. That's all.
You know what's crazy? You know what's absolutely crazy? The fact that the last time that the Toronto Maple Leafs made the conference finals, Kurt Cobain was still alive.
Right. That's all this fan base. The fact that from this core, right? From this core 4, all we got was a painful Game 7 elimination, second round, in brutalizing fashion. The fact that, like, the fact that they looked dead in the wall. They outplayed Florida in the first 4 games. Then to be dead Game 5. To then soar like a phoenix in Game 6 and then to fall flat in Game 7. That's going to be the highlight of this team. That's the highlight.
That Game 7 was literally like, I got the same visceral feeling I got whenever my dog threw up on the carpet. That's what I felt that Game 7.
And we're tired of this. And the team's supposed to win the Stanley Cup. And got Craig Berube's got a fantastic, he's great defensively. I think he's a fine coach. I just think that we had picked and chosen incorrectly by letting Mitch Marner walk. As much as it was emotional move at the time, it was to know that the salary cap was going to, was to know that look at hockey contracts.
I still think that.
Nick, well, how much did Jack Eichel sign for?
Jack Eichel, I know, hold on.
Jamie, look that up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. So Jack Eichel, he signed an extension. It is currently an annual average of $13.5 million.
Arnstein's about like.
Yeah.
7.
For Eichel or Marner?
Just over. Let's go.
Oh, well, Eichel was 8 years, and Marner was I should know this, but I know Marner was also 8 years.
Yeah. By the way,
McDavid?
I suppose we should do a quick check on, the Vegas Golden Knights. The old
Of
the
course.
old word from the Knights Tower.
One
Yeah,
second. We're getting to.
um,
One second.
Okay.
McDavid signed for $12.5 million. As much as it's years, there are guys that are going to take team-friendly deals to win a Stanley Cup. The fact that Toronto has never even pitched to retain talent at team, like Jonathan Tavares, unless it's Jonathan Tavares. Toronto's the only team that will never give anybody that's never done the team-friendly deals during the Core 4 era. It's Jason Spezza. There's Jason Spezza. But the salary cap is going to exceed $110 million in 2 years. The best hockey players are not even taking a $20 million AV right now. They could absolutely do it. And it could be absolutely deserved and warranted. Right? It is this, like, players in the NHL, the fact that the best player is making $12.5 million, and you just compare that to the other sports in the world. The fact that Toronto's never been able to do that just pisses me off. Toronto's been played, and we might be going back down to our time of darkness, and I really hope, man, the Toronto Maple Leafs organization doesn't fuck it up. They have fucked this. I will pass. Oh, but last question. Yasko, they're not gonna blow it up in the playoffs. They're gonna
Alrighty. Well, as for how the Golden Knights are doing, Marner's done very well. Not really been scoring goals, but he's definitely been getting a lot of assists, and that has definitely helped, especially in terms of the offense, because this offense so far has been very good for Vegas. It's been off to a strong start, and I feel like having Marner to have like another guy to worry about if you're an opposing team's defense, that has very much helped in terms of getting scoring opportunities for Vegas, and especially with Stone and Carlson out right now, having Marner out there is very, very, very important to have. Eichel's been doing fine as usual. The only issue right now for Vegas, and the reason why we're not higher in like points right now, two things. Number one, goaltending has not been good so far. It's been pretty bad. And a part of that comes with the fact that Aiden Hill is currently out with an injury, and we don't know when he's going to be back. But right now, our current save percentage is .886, and that is not going to cut it no matter how good your offense is. The other issue right now for Vegas is we currently, and I said for why points are not higher than they should be, we have 5 overtime losses. We're 1-5 in overtime this year so far, and the one overtime game we did win was against San Jose, in which I believe it was Ned in net for San Jose did the funny. That was that game for San Jose, which we won in overtime. But outside of that, it has very much been a struggle in overtime. And granted, I will take the point, I will take the pity point, but at the same time, it's like I feel like this team should have more points than they have right now, but obviously the most important thing going forward is health and how we end up evolving as the season goes on, because I feel like we're not in a bad spot right now. Granted, the Pacific right now is definitely more competitive than it has been in recent years, but at the same time, I think there are much worse positions to be in.
Fair enough. Since I want to give them a chance to talk about it, Command, is there anything that you know about the Kraken that you want to say, or not really?
Hockey, the puck moves. They switch quite frequently, and the sport is funny.
Kraken are good. I've been cracking their guys. They're building something very special in Seattle. It's really hard to tell where they're gonna. It's because it's very early in the season right now. So far, it's been very good. They've been competitive. They've been feisty is a really good word I want to use. They've been feisty. They are, if they do make the playoffs, they're going to be a very tough out. A very tough out. They will fight you to the end, tooth and nail, never say die. We'll see how if the trend continues going into January and February. It's kind of really like the telltale stance. Very good team. They got something special coming along, so.
All right. Well, I don't really watch a ton of hockey. So, Noah, how are the Flyers doing?
It's a 5-5 game right now against the Blues where goaltending is optional. My goodness, Binnington's bad, dude.
That is true.
Somehow a game that should be like 1-1 is 5-5.
I'm hearing there's some tomfoolery with Michkov's ice time. That's what I've been
there
hearing.
is.
Why is Rick talking? I really liked talking, but seeing as how it's not really worked out for the Flyers, I mean, they just need a goalie. Carter Hart being exposed for the complete.
Bedard's actually been pretty impressive, though I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Erson's been a problem, though. He is giving up a lot of really bad shots in the end.
I would tend to wonder, like, this team. And, I mean, with the history of the Leafs, it probably doesn't cost you much to find a goalie. Like, they've made Freddie Anderson work, and Freddie Anderson was acquired for a 4th-round pick, so it's possible. They just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, I think Phil Koronik is out too for the Canucks. So,
if we don't have anything else on hockey, the white boy must continue his football talk because he don't know shit about hockey other than Connor Bedard is apparently very good.
that the road to Bedard's next time.
Well, I guess it's kind of good we did talk about hockey because who wants to talk about Raiders Broncos? Raise your hand. And thank you for not raising your hand, guys.
I can talk about them. I can talk about them.
Oh, hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. How's your favorite quarterback, Geno Smith, doing?
Yeah, you know what? Let me just if someone has to talk about this game, it will be me because I have some things to say about what everyone had to witness with that game. I mean, like, Raiders versus Broncos was always going to be a shit show, but on Thursday Night Football, it was always bound to be something beautiful. And by beautiful, I mean one of the most horrendous displays of football you will see from last week, because this wasn't even the worst game from last week. But yeah,
not even
I mean,
the worst primetime game. It was probably the best
that too.
one.
That too. The sad thing about this game is that the Raiders defense played a great game, but it wasn't enough because this offense is completely and utterly useless. I mean, like the Broncos offense really couldn't do anything all game because Bo Nix was playing terrible, and the way to stop the Denver Broncos offense is you just have to stop J.K. Dobbins. And if you can stop J.K. Dobbins or you can neutralize him, you're going to be in a good spot. And the Raiders were able to do that, and Bo Nix was looking terrible. Unfortunately, the Raiders have
the definition of a chunk play merchant. He's really good when he can throw in chunks, but when he actually has to drive down the field, he sucks.
I believe I said to one of my friends, holy shit, how is Bo Nix more boring than Tom Brady?
He is quite boring, but the funny thing is, I don't even think Bo was the worst quarterback out there that day because Geno Smith probably should not have been out there in the second half when it looked apparent that he was hobbling, and even despite that, he played very bad for pretty much the entire game. But you want to know something? The funny thing about this game is that, the Raiders were up 7-0. They were up 7-0, and they were driving down the field. They had entered Broncos territory. But I spotted the precise moment when I knew without a doubt that the Raiders were going to lose this game. Because you are in Broncos territory. Up 7-0, you have the momentum, and you're driving down the field. It is 2nd and 10. And you, yes, you are Chip Kelly. And do you want to know what you do on a 2nd and 10 in Denver territory?
I know. Throw the football.
Loud and correct buzzer.
But that's the smart thing to do, though, right?
Semi-smart.
You are Chip Kelly.
Semi-smart thing to do with Geno Smith as quarterback. But you want to know what Chip Kelly decides to do? He runs an end around with Brock Bowers. It goes for a 4-yard loss. Chip Kelly decided in this moment that the best thing he could do with the blocking that we usually see with the Raiders is run an end around with Brock Bowers that probably isn't fully 100% still. And it ends in a 4-yard loss. And it probably wouldn't surprise anyone if I said that drive ended in a turnover on downs. And it also wouldn't surprise anyone if I said that the Broncos would score a touchdown to tie the game on the following drive. Highest paid OC in the NFL, by the way.
I thought the Broncos were incapable of scoring on any play.
Hey, they could score pick sixes. They're like the Bears defense of old.
Sorry,
they could score pick. My bad. Then yes, you're
God, the John Fox days. Holy shit.
Yeah, but just remember, this is the highest paid OC in football, and we are having end arounds to Brock Bowers for a 4-yard loss. But if we're talking about the Raiders coaching staff, it's worth noting. Someone actually did get fired after this game. That being the special teams coordinator, Tom McMahon, who, ironically enough, he was the Broncos special teams coordinator before he joined the Raiders.
You really fucking hate this together people living your dream?
Lol.
But the Raiders are truly the gift that keeps on giving. And also one more thing about Chip Kelly, because highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL, and someone looked this up to make sure, but apparently Chip Kelly in the NFL, his offenses, and this is going back to his time as head coach of the 49ers, in his past 25 games in the NFL, his teams have failed to record a 30-point game.
Yeesh.
And you're wanting in a 40-point game?
30-point game.
30?
A 30-point game?
That's a little bit more than 4 touchdowns a game.
Let me take a look.
No. That's a 10 field goal game right there.
No. Chip Kelly did get one more than 40. He actually had 2 more than 40-point games in the NFL.
Said 30.
30? Oh,
said 30
no.
And in the last 25.
25 games going back to his 49ers.
Oh,
tenure.
never mind. I was gonna say, first year in Philly, I remember that he specifically fucking killed the Bears on primetime.
Yeah, he had a Linsanity run in his first year in Philly, but afterwards, it's quite the disaster. Also, one more note about the Raiders. As if their O-line couldn't get any worse, Jackson Powers Johnson has now been placed on IR.
Oh.
Does that stand for icy roast beef?
No, but I think they'd prefer it stand for that instead of whatever the fuck this O-line is.
Unfortunate. Well,
let's go to Arby's, man. Roast beef.
Oh, you know what's the best part? You know what's actually the best part? Everyone gets to see the Raiders in primetime again. And there's no YouTube TV blackout now. Everyone gets to see them.
Don't worry, little fella. We have enough Raiders primetime to last you your entire life.
By the way,
I gotta watch
Who's ready
Raiders
for Chip Kelly versus Matt Eberflus?
Guys, I just want to let you know, Kiyu Blue Kelly got 2 interceptions that game. He's their worst corner. Anywho, guys, it's time to start talking about football on the Sunday side of things. We'll first go into Germany, where what I can only say is Jonathan Taylor really wants that MVP. That was good.
And he's still gonna lose it to Joe Flacco somehow.
Joe Flacco?
Yeah, Joe Flacco for MVP. He's
guys,
the most elite quarterback.
Guys, I don't think it's a we're Flack moment. I think it's Jover.
No.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The NFL is incapable of registering that the MVP doesn't have to be considered as a Cy Young award for the best quarterback.
Look, man, it's been done, is what I'm trying to say. 2012 with Adrian Peterson.
Oh no, it can't be done still, but the quarterback play in 2012 wasn't that good. That was
dude. Only Mahomes can go 9-8, and he'll still have the best odds.
True. Well, anywho, back onto the game. This game. I watched this game in the morning. With friends. It was a Sicko member Cross Renren's birthday, and this was not a great birthday gift to start his 20s. And it wasn't a great day for me because Michael Pittman Jr. Only got 2 catches. James Jones, sleep with one eye open, buddy. I have the serum that makes you bad.
You're going to the AFC South for good quarterback play, where Trevor Lawrence is unironically possibly the second best.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem,
Sam,
bro.
if you're going to the AFC South for good quarterback play, I have some wonderful land.
Real estate over by the Brooklyn Bridge.
Nah, I've got some wonderful land in the New Mexico desert I would like to sell you.
I think I'm good, but
bro, I just bought some land at the Metaverse. She's buzzing.
Yeah. Anywho, what was I gonna say? Fucking brain work. Anywho, Jonathan Taylor had a really good game, and Michael Penix Jr. continues to be assassinated.
Or castrated, as it were.
Why did they do that to my Washington? Why did they do that?
He literally said he has no help on the sidelines.
Help!
I'm afraid your Penix has been castrated.
Like, help him!
Unfortunately, I feel like the biggest thing about Michael Penix Jr. and the thing that I don't get, this coaching staff doesn't want to make him run, which is fine. but it really feels like they make him want to run to the point where he's not even allowed to escape the pocket. I don't think I saw him like scramble at all that entire game to get out of the pocket and make plays. He was like forced to stay there like a statue, and I don't know why they're doing that.
Yeah, why are people trying to force pocket passers in 2025 when the QB run is like a vital part of an NFL offense now?
It's the meta.
It's the
has
same
been shifting to where the more quarterbacks, more, but they're not like people need to realize that utilizing your quarterback's best attributes is what's going to help.
It's the exact same shit when I see people use shotgun formation on second and short. It makes me want to gouge my fucking eyes out.
But have you
Shotgun
considered
and
the
fourth
fact
down,
that they
too.
might run the football? Yeah, another thing I noticed about this game, Darnell Mooney is officially washed. My glorious Tulane goat is no longer there. He is a
Yeah,
shell
he
of
had a
his
broken
former self.
collarbone.
Yeah. It wasn't just
Yeah,
that.
by the way,
It
speaking
was
of the Falcons, they have been very bad when it comes to injuries. Because why are you just saying now that Darnell Mooney had a broken collarbone?
Shit! Break! Ah!
The worst part is about this.
A schizophrenic rant.
The only thing that I will say about the Falcons, if this team gets a competent coaching staff or even like a B- coaching staff, they're going to be good. But that's probably not going to be it.
Easier said than done with Atlanta.
Meet potential roster.
I
Meet
mean,
potential
they do have
team.
potential tight end. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, Kyle Pitts caught something. Wasn't much, but he caught something. He is so...
Hasn't he been fine this year?
He has 420 for receiving yards.
Hey, that's the weed number.
He hasn't been in the fucking tight end jet.
He's
bench and fantasy. Been there like.
Yeah. These last 2 weeks he hasn't. He has the same amount of yards, except this game he had 2 less catches, but Kyle Pitts is definitely not being retained by this team. I don't see them retaining him. He's gone. Bijan Robinson, please run the football with him more. And last but not least, the Rams are counting their chops right now with where they're getting Atlanta's pick currently. This team could
Don't
get
you mean
Mendoza.
licking their chops?
Potato.
No.
Anywho,
Yep.
let's get to the only non-one score game of the evening. And guys, believe it or not, we're of the afternoon. And believe it or not, guys, we get to laugh at this team real quick because they had probably the most embarrassing loss of the week. So, guys, I just want to say something. What are your current thoughts on Tua Tagovailoa? Like before this game.
Tuna will be traded to the Arizona Cardinals. Tuna Valoa.
He's gonna.
There's no way he could beat Buffalo.
I mean, he's I figured, he's at that point where like maybe he gets another chance in purple, but I don't know.
We're gonna get a great viral tweet when he's got like 3,900 yards and that one teacher just crashes out.
True. Well, guys, believe it or not, the Dolphins beat the Bills in a divisional matchup. But just take a guess how much they won by.
Hang on. Let me take a comically sized. Let me Let me take a quick step away so I can grab a comically sized sip of water, so I can respond to this
Gotcha.
news. I'm
Gotcha.
not going to be anything serious, but I'm
No, that's fair. Hey, Noah, do you have any guesses on how much this team won by?
Just like make sure that I can stay hydrated on this podcast, and so tell me the score.
I want to guess real quick. Noah, how much? Yeah, but hey, Luke, what's your guess? I'll give you a hint. It has a 1 in it.
69 points.
No,
That's
that
not
would
how
be
this
funny
works.
though. Nick, how much did you think?
Was it a number between 16 and 18?
Potentially. You have to think a lot of potentialities with Tua because there's a lot of potential there. Kamain, is there any guesses?
25 or 6 or 7.
Unfortunately, neither of that. Guys, the
Oh,
Dolphins
thank
beat the Bills. The Dolphins beat the Bills 30-13.
What? Oh God! Why did I do that? There's water everywhere now. Oh God damn it!
I knew it. I was literally
Guy,
bracing for
Dude.
it.
Oh motherfucker!
the spit take of a century. Yeah. Hey, I feel like this is a good time to transition because Kamain said something talking about the Bills during our power rankings that I want him to bring up right now. Because because normally I'm Mr. Hot Take Man, but I feel like Kamain has a very spicy hot take about the Buffalo Bills.
You see, what he forgets when using hot take is that I am, as ever, correct and the arbitrator of the only good opinions on this goddamn podcast. Because why the hell did any of you put the Bills on your fucking power rankings?
Look, I'm not putting them below the 49ers, who are pretty much fucking dead, and they beat the Ravens. You should be thankful. You should be thankful that I put them below the Packers.
They got
Look, I
to
mean, the
play
power rankings
against
are-
Jair Alexander, who just really quick, I hope he is able to do well on his mental health journey, because he's stepping away.
Same here.
For those who haven't seen. But dude, the Bills fucking suck. They are doing their best Miami Dolphins impression. They don't have quality wins. They are very bad. They are pulling like a 2011 Aaron Rodgers, except it's not working.
They're gonna run the table.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's
I definitely-
I actually agree with, like, I do agree with your points genuinely, and I actually do have
what the fuck?
Oh damn, I actually do have like a lot of like things to say about the Bills, only because listen, I took a quick glance at how Bills fans were reacting after that game, and to say they are pissed would be an understatement, because that was bad. And it wasn't just like, you lost to a bad Dolphins team. They got the shit kicked out of them. Like they got the crap beat out of them by a Dolphins team that just fired their GM, coming off a game on Thursday Night Football where they got basically blown out by a sleepwalking Ravens team in the second half. Like, they got blown out by that. And then you proceed to get blown out by Miami, and it's just, I mean, okay, I'm gonna go more into this because, like, the Bills, I did a bit of research into it, and a lot of people that are smarter than me, smarter than pretty much any of us, they've come to the same conclusion as to why the Bills' offense has been really lacking as of late, and the answer to that, as to why the Bills' offense looks so sluggish, is none of their wide receivers can get any separation. And it's really a big problem when a defense as bad as the Dolphins is able to neutralize you guys like that. Like, that's a
So Nick,
problem.
what you're saying is the Bills have a toxic wide receiver room because they're all too clingy onto defenders?
That is not what I would imply, but it seems there's a lot of skill issues here with Buffalo. And let's see.
I will just say this. I do think that this is the weakest Buffalo team that we've seen, but to say that they're worse than teams like the Steelers, the Niners, hell, I'd even go as far to say like a team like Minnesota, it is kind of asinine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go that far, but I am very concerned right now about the Bills. I think a lot of people are concerned right now about this Buffalo team because it's like, you should not be doing shit like that. You should not be getting blown out by the Dolphins. I don't care what Greg Russo said and said like, "Oh, it's hot out here." My brother in Christ, you lived in Florida your whole life. You played at Miami. That is not an excuse for someone like you. And granted, he said it's not an excuse, but I'm not buying it. It's just with the Bills. Like, there was a stat that I noticed, and it's one worth mentioning. Every game that the Bills have lost this year, James Cook has been held to under 100 yards.
So you're saying James Cook is what makes this offense run in Buffalo? Noticing, Allen. Is Josh Allen the Mr. Potential? Is Josh Allen the potential man where he needs all these weapons to be good?
More like Josh Herbert.
Ooh! Stop
I mean,
rage baiting. Save it for when we get off the stream.
I mean, in all seriousness, this was probably the worst game Josh Allen has played since Ken Dorsey was his OC.
Rookie Josh Allen is what I say.
He had some really bad games with Dorsey.
Yeah. Well,
it's just the Bills right now. Like, the Bills right now are very, very frustrating right now.
Sounds like I got an ambulance outside my house. What the hell?
Oh shit. Well, hopefully those people are okay, but you want to know who wasn't okay? The Cleveland Browns. The Jets scored one offensive touchdown that game. Oh no, two was it one? No, they scored only one offensive touchdown that game. That's how bad it was for the Jets offense. And Justin Fields had 54 passing yards. And 67 of his passing yards came through the air. Now you may be like,
how many?
67, 6-7. Yeah, guys, when you have more passing yards after catch than passing yards, that's not good. And spoiler alert, the Jets lost on Thursday Night Football, but guys, if I'm Justin Fields, I just need to change positions. Ren says this a ton. He needs to change positions. And also, Dylan Gabriel needs to change his job from becoming a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns to a used car salesman, because he might as well get up the ladder while he can.
Listen, I said this yesterday. The Falcons need a wide receiver. They know where to look.
Or the Bills need a wide receiver.
That too.
I'm noticing.
Hey, they should just put Dylan Gabriel at wide receiver. He'll beat a cornerback by 1,000 yards.
Yeah, but what are we gonna do about Shador?
We're gonna turn him into the Mr. Beast of our football team. We're going to use him as a corporate shill, and we're going to have him go to Saudi Arabia and make us a ton of money.
Get that Arab money, as they talk about.
Yeah, make him a spokesperson. He'd be a better spokesperson than what the Browns have had.
Look, we're gonna use Shadur Sanders to improve U.S.-Israeli relations.
Look, man, I'm telling you, when you see the Sean Watson Shadur Sanders tandem, you're gonna want to puke.
Implying I don't want to puke when I think
Alright.
about the Cleveland Browns on a day-to-day basis.
I guess the only
Yeah.
comment I have outside of like both these offenses are horrible. Only comment I have is that I think this is probably Stefanski's last year in Cleveland.
It's not his fault, man. It's so
Yeah,
not
It's
his
not.
fault.
There's a lot of it that isn't his fault, but it really feels like he just needs to get out of there.
Oh no,
yeah.
agree. This just sucks for him.
For me, it's a lot like Jay Gruden leaving the Commanders back in 2019, where it's less of a firing and more like you're being freed from prison.
Look,
Yeah.
we're gonna let you not be wasted here. We understand what you've done for us. I mean, hell, Cleveland's won what? Cleveland won a playoff game with him. Fuck, they made what? The playoffs 3 times, or was it 2?
Yep, they made the playoffs with Joe Flacco as their
2 times.
quarterback.
Look, man, Stefanski is far from the issue, but it might just be one of those things where he needs to change of scenery because this is clearly just not working for him.
Yeah.
And also,
I
I
bet you
feel
he
like they
wants
need
Baker back.
Also, I feel like they need a shittier they need a shittier coach because that's just what Cleveland deserves at this point.
Bill Belichick's available. Oh,
Just
no.
return to the scene of the crime 30 years ago. Oh my god.
Oh, that makes so much sense. That is such a Browns thing to do.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That would be
The fact that
worst.
everyone here is not immediately saying no means that I made a good point. I'm so back. The Bears fan hypothetical win.
As close to
Go
SEC
Browns.
quality as you're getting, buddy.
So,
Too bad the Penny didn't
so
get to witness
just
that.
giving a heads up. We'll keep going with the NFL, but do note that we may need to interrupt this broadcasting to have some form of
some breaking ACC news.
Yeah, just we'll keep going, but just note
Just in
that,
case.
we'll see what happens.
Yep. Well,
Oh, I am going the wrong way. Cool.
We will have
well,
to,
guys, my last question is, when is Shadur Sanders starting?
I don't fucking care. That's my.
Oh my god, can you imagine the fights between Belichick and Shadur?
Oh.
I hate to be this.
But if they want to be
Oh.
funny,
I
if they want to be funny, have Shadur start against the Raiders.
Like I don't want to be mean, and I think I gave a rather. I really.
But he's Deion Sanders' kid.
I don't get it.
But Luke, he's black. Don't you care about black people?
He does. He just doesn't like Shadur Sanders.
That's
Anywho.
the main argument I see from TikTok people being like, "Oh, people just hate Shadur Sanders because he's black."
Oh no, some of it is probably that, but nah, he's just an asshole. What?
They missed. Louisville missed.
Again.
Oh.
It wasn't even close.
Well, I'm getting this shit ready. Just keep going, Taegan. Keep going. Don't worry.
Anywho, let's let me get back to fucking this. another boring off football game that happens. Oh fuck! I forgot this was in the early slate too. We forgot another blowout. Guys, the Saints won a football game. Let's all clap! Yay! I knew you had it in you, Tyler Shuck.
Actually looked pretty good. He looked really good out there.
He looked fine for like a 68-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shocked personally.
Same cannot be said for Bryce Young.
Shut the fuck up.
Well,
unfortunately,
Kame, why don't you kill yourself, huh?
No. Anywho, Bryce Young, Kamane, as a Bryce Young supporter, how does this game make you feel? Knowing that Bryce Young has overtaken Justin Herbert as the new not his fault man. Or the new what if man.
He had more passing yards than he did against the Packers. I'll give him that.
Yeah, but it's the Saints defense. Anywho, yeah.
Look, man, I don't have any reason to care about this game. We'll talk about Rashid Shaheed when we get to the Seahawks.
Well,
thing I have to note, only thing I want to note from this game, the Saints ended this game on a drive that went over 7 minutes.
Well, other than that, let's get to some of the other games in which Patriots Buccaneers, where I will just start off by saying this. The Patriots now have one legit win this season. I still need more for you to tell me that you're a Super Bowl contender. No offense. With the way Buffalo has been playing, I'm chalking that up to divisional matchup syndrome at this point. But hey, you beat a Tampa Bay team who's injured to shit and has literally no one at wide receiver other than Emeka Mbuka. But hey, you beat you beat the Buccaneers on the road, so that accounts for something.
I just once again feel bad for my boy Baker.
Bucks need Bucky.
Yeah.
Bucky? You mean that beaver that sells gas in Texas? Who may or may not be Arthur Smith?
Yes, they need
buying
him
land
back.
in the metaverse. But yeah, let's there isn't much to say other than Drake May had a not great game, and even then he did enough to win.
Ravion Henderson good.
True. Oh yeah, spoiler
Let's talk
alert,
about the Vikings Ravens.
Lost. Yeah, I was just about to get to that.
I guess you could say I had a bit of a false start on that.
Guys, you want to know how many? You want to know how many carries Aaron Jones had?
9.
9. You want to know Adam Thielen's longest reception that game?
9 yards.
You want to know what Will Reichard made his kick for?
9 points?
No. Oh, no. Apparently he did make 9 points. My bad.
Have you guys ever
he had
seen
9
that,
fantasy points.
You ever see that, that episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force where Frylock becomes obsessed with the number 100?
Oh.
That's the entire NFC North with the number 9 right now.
Look, man, it's funny. I will say this. The only reason why I said Will Reichard is because Reich and 9 in the same sentence is, like, comedy gold for someone. Anywho, Spencer, if you can take this away if you want, but I also have some things I would like to say whenever you're done.
Well, like I said earlier, we had false. When I falsely started, that was a joke because of how many times we got called for a false start. 8 times. Why didn't we do one more? it would have been
He started the
thematic.
segment with 3 seconds of silence. That's another penalty for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. Delayed game. Fucking nothing went right for this team. Literally nothing.
Love to see it.
Except for the first drive, that was pretty good. JJ McCarthy may have a pretty good connection with Jalen Naylor. That being said, everything else burned the fucking tape. Jesus Christ! I mean,
Was the drive only in the first 9 minutes?
Yes.
Hey,
Counterpoint. Shut the fuck up.
hey guys.
No.
Hey, Nick. I just wanted to say, if the Vikings are burning everything down, I think the Bears should trade for that bum Justin Jefferson, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should.
Well,
That sounds amazing.
I mean, if it goes as good as the Stephon Diggs trade, thanks for the next stud wide receiver, you assholes.
It's
Hold on,
just
Spencer. No, Spencer, I gotta ask. Where was JJ McCarthy? Why was that 9 guy out there?
I don't know, but JJ, the other JJ, Justin Jefferson, he had a pretty bad game too. Like, people are gonna meme on McCarthy and 9, and the alter ego and how he's a wolf and all that. Which, fair enough, but like Jefferson had a shit day, and really the whole offensive scheming had a pretty rough day. We just couldn't get anything done against that Ravens pass rush, and and it seems like Kyle Hamilton just had his way with our receivers, especially towards the second half. But that's where the game really got away from us, and yeah, it really seems like we didn't scheme enough runs with like Jordan Mason. Like, that should have been more of a point of focus on that team. As somebody said, wolf in sheep's clothing. No, other way around. Sheep in wolf's clothing.
yeah.
Give him
I
9 seconds to retract this statement.
I will say this about the game real quick. I was gonna make a joke about how JJ McCarthy has played only 9 good quarters of football, but in legitimacy, I don't think JJ McCarthy has had a complete game in the NFL yet, and I think he can still.
Keep thinking over.
The thing is, I think he'll be fine. He's not gonna be fucking Christian Ponder, even though I wish he was. But he's
You're rude.
fuck whatever. I will just say this: there's still time to salvage it, but there's a lot of questions going in about JJ McCarthy. But to give him the benefit of the doubt, he is playing in one of the toughest divisions in football. He was very sheltered in Michigan. It might take a little bit of time for him to get used to the rough.
Yeah, and here's my thing. He is, if I'm not mistaken, the youngest quarterback to take snaps this year, alongside Drake May, and I want to say some other rookie.
Cam Ward.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, they flashed.
For the
on him.
record, JJ McCarthy is currently 22 years old.
He has plenty of time to develop. That's not the issue. The issue is he needs, because I don't think this team is going to give him. I think if he doesn't show anything by year 3, they're not going to sign his 3-year, or he's not going to sign his 5th-year deal. And my biggest. Yeah, and that's the big thing. He needs this year. You know what? Chalk it up as something. If that just happens, the Vikings are 4-5 right now, and this was already going to be in a tough season, so that's fine. But he needs to show up next year. If JJ McCarthy is not looking very good, I mean, you at least have a couple of interesting prospects going into 2026, but that's not what you should be hoping for.
I'm sorry
shit.
to interrupt. But Louisville has just
I'm not
lost.
there yet.
Oh fuck!
Ladies
God
and
damn it!
gentlemen,
Sorry.
The Atlantic
I'm
Coast
not there.
Conference.
I'm at 8 seconds.
Please let it burn to the ground. It's all it
I'm
deserves.
sorry you're stuck. I'm sorry you're stuck.
Door's stuck. Door's stuck.
I'm on streaming. I'm 30 seconds behind live TV.
Remies, no.
Wait, I'm ahead of stream. No. TSN Plus on the official ship.
Oh, TSN Plus. Okay.
Either way, boo!
Oh, okay.
The ACC has done it
this
again.
just in. This
He's
just
playing the
in,
music,
everybody.
guys.
You know what it's? Oh, we have to do this every time. We do this every time. I can't. Fucking conference! Seriously! Does anybody want to work against this? Like, the ACC is about to lose their what? They're about to lose their what? How do
It's
you
Duke
lose the
win.
Clemson?
Dabo Sweeney's job has been saved.
Seriously! We got another, like, minute and 45 seconds of this shit, by the way. Because, like, I'm so tired of conference, man.
Hey, SMU might make it back to the CFB, guys. You know, the team that lost to Baylor and TCU.
Guys, I have a hot take here. I don't think Mario Cristobal is a very good coach.
That's Miami.
Still, ACC.
When in doubt, blame Mario Cristobal.
No. If Boston College beats Georgia Tech, I think we might have to give up. I think we might have to send all of our strongest soldiers to help save.
Was that an Elvis fun fact?
No.
No, this is a real fun fact. Anyways, get back to talking about the NFL.
Yay!
Anyway, Vikings
hold on, just on this
stinky. Try
point.
that again.
Yeah, just on this point though, and by the way, I will have one more thing to say, but yeah, Louisville missed 2 field goals and an extra point.
Oh.
Ugh.
Just think about that. By the way, the one thing I did want to ask, or the thing I wanted to say, Spencer, is you said you brought up JJ McCarthy and Wolf, and now I'm just imagining like JJ McCarthy would probably bark like Brian Griffin does in Family Guy.
That's also how I react to anything Georgia does.
They should be
Anywho-
putting JJ in the All-State commercials.
Oh,
Anywho.
dude. Sick 'em.
Anywho, despite all that, I am not counting out Minnesota to do anything yet, considering this team still gets to play the Packers twice and the Lions and Bears once more, which they play the Bears this week.
And here's the thing: we also get to play a lot of the shitty NFC East teams. We haven't played those yet, like the
Commanders
Commanders
and Giants.
Anyone that is
and the
elite.
Cowboys. We haven't played we haven't stolen anything from the Floofs yet.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how all that goes. But I'm not counting the Vikings out yet, just because they finally get to their easier part of the schedule. Now let's get to another game that involves two of our members here, Kamain and Noah.
Noah, you want to go first or me?
I think you should go first, honestly.
Well, at least I get to say there was a scoregami on Sunday. That's nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you get to say the line Duval.
Yeah, it's starting to.
I don't even want to say it, man.
We got it on.
Honestly, if you don't have any words to say, I'll bring it right here. I don't know how Jacksonville lost this game.
I do.
Against Davis Mills. Against Davis Mills, who they neutralized for 3 quarters against a team that was suffering the same offensive woes as they were in pretty much all season up to this point. What changed? What happened?
It's very simple.
Why can't Jacksonville ever play a full 60 minutes? That's been killing them all season long.
The Jaguars are a very funny football team.
Yeah, they're
they're a funny football team. Derogatory. Is probably worth noting.
Yeah, it's very damning that that as far as relevant things from Jacksonville, they're still probably behind Limp Bizkit on the Jacksonville relevancy power rankings.
I'm not so sure about that.
I will
The
say
Jags are relevant, just not for good reasons. The O-line sucks. Can we send T-Law to... We're stuck with T-Law until we have a first-round pick again, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get out of the contract until 27.
I mean...
Hey, perfect. Just in time for Kevin Ho to try and fix him.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is.
Yeah, well, he's...
Possible, but like...
He's got a no-trade clause as well.
Oh, Nick's internet crashed, I think.
Thanks, Vegas.
He's missing the crash out.
Yeah,
It's crazy to think that I thought Trevor Lawrence around, but they completely...
Well, having half his offense injured is not helping. And having an offensive line that would let the Jaguars' D-line look like Saxonville also doesn't help. I don't care that Anthony Campanile is a good talent. He's still stuck with the fucking Jaguars' defensive room.
also, hey, Nick, did your internet crash?
Yeah, Discord was being stupid.
Aw.
Honestly, I just
Fine.
figured you didn't want to hear about the AFC South, and we got it.
Listen,
that's fair.
I will say this, it's not like Jacksonville doesn't have pieces for the future, and I still think T-Law can make this team relevant for a little bit, but again, Liam Cohen has yet to show anything that has extremely wowed me. Like, has he been bad? Not really, but he hasn't really been amazing.
He hasn't made me wonder if he wants to open up an ice cream store with his offensive coordinator instead. Which is very that's progress.
yeah, my
True.
and hey, you know, like it. I swear, no matter whether he wins or loses, my opinion of him will always be tainted by that Duval and that conference. You know, like he'll always have that substitute teacher energy.
Well, I will say this, it's not like...
Do not talk to me about substitute teachers right now. That is such
That is for later.
word. Save it for the Monday night game.
Yeah, I will say this real quick. It's not like your coach being a dork has led to failure. I mean, the Eagles coach fucking I forget his name off principle because he doesn't deserve it.
Sirianni?
Yeah, Sirianni and Dan Campbell both had meme press conferences, and look how their team is. Maybe Liam Cole.
I think Sirianni's more just a dickhead. Like, Owen's just stupid, but Sirianni's a dickhead.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Honestly, he is honestly a lot more hit or miss than you'd think.
Look, regardless of if Liam Cohen is a good coach or not, he got Trent Baalke fired as a condition of his hiring, and that makes it the best organizational move we've done in the last 5 years.
I can agree with.
True.
They're calling it the most depressed truth nuke in history.
I think Jacksonville in my opinion has a better chance than Houston. And I want to get this about Houston now. I don't have a ton of faith in this coaching staff. Like, I'm sorry, but fucking D'Amico Ryans looked like he didn't know how to coach for like 3/4 of football, and this hasn't been the only instance he's done this all year. When Stroud was playing, he does not know how to bring in the right person, and he does not know how to game manage at all.
I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, the thing with D'Amico is I feel like I don't think we can forget how bad the Texans were before he got there. And I'm going to give him a lot of credit for that because people forget just how bad the Texans were before he got there. And I think D'Amico absolutely deserves praise for that. And granted, yeah, this season's definitely been a far cry from where it was in 2023. Like, I think he's a fine coach. It's just this season has not been great for him. But at the same time, I'm not really gonna just. This is not the week to talk about that when the Jaguars just blew a lead like that badly.
No.
Like, there's better weeks to talk about it.
Oh no, I get it. I just want to bring that up for in the future because people aren't putting a lot of eyes on D'Amico Ryans when I personally think there should be a couple. But I will.
There's so much worse out there.
But yeah, I will stay off that for now.
I mean, all I will say about the Texans, because I might as well say something. Neil Hunter and Will Anderson are good. They're very good.
Yeah.
That defense is very good.
Yeah, not to mention, too, we forgot to address the biggest elephant in the room. Travis Hunter's rookie season is over.
No, I think there's an even bigger elephant to be addressed, and that's Sheldon Rankins. Haha, get it? Because he's fat.
Yeah.
He's fat, but he runs fast.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say, man. I'm sorry that the Jags are like this. But hey, you still have a playoff spot over the Chiefs.
Yep, a couple of them. I think all 3 of the wild card teams at the moment do.
I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah, because it's Bills, Chargers, who have only played 1 game against the Chiefs, and the Jags.
Yep.
Huh. Well, in that case, it's finally time to talk about, Bear privilege here and how we always talk about them last. Bears versus Giants. I don't care what people say. I'm hearing people be like, the Bears escaped one. Fuck you. This team doesn't win these kind of games. Shut the fuck up.
Win is a win. I'm happy.
One thing. Caleb has a great beginning, clutch ending. Work on the middle stuff, and the Bears will be unstoppable. Oh my god,
No. Here's the thing. Caleb had a very complete game today. He actually had probably his first game where I didn't feel like he was throwing a ball every drive that pissed me off. He was making his throws. His receivers were just not catching anything.
Yeah, I agree with what Luke is saying about, like, the middle can be improved, and that can be said for a lot of weeks. But for this game, this was a game where, like, every Bears receiver dropped a ball. Like, there were so many.
I apologize. That's who I was thinking of, who was as young as JJ McCarthy. Jackson Dart.
Yeah. Yeah, but, like, basically every receiver for the Bears, and granted, these have been very reliable guys all year, they were just dropping everything. And especially on fourth downs, like, these were killer drops on fourth downs in a day where, the kicking game was not going to be sufficient with how the weather was. But, this was, even though the stats won't show it, this was probably one of the best games Caleb has played since becoming a Bear, because he took over when he needed to, and the way he took over, especially on those last two drives, that was the kind of stuff that people were really excited for about him, like really excited for when they watched him at USC. Like, that was the kind of stuff that he did at USC that made draft scouts, they loved that. And that is exactly what the Bears have been needing this season, because I really can't remember a Bears quarterback, at least in my lifetime, that's been as clutch as Caleb has.
Trubisky was clutch in 2018, but that was like forever ago at this point. Yeah, anywho. Oh yeah, Seb makes a good point. We also have to talk about the Bears. The Bears just have a knack for firing coaches, it seems. Because I remember, I think it was 2021, the Bears got John Gruden fired. And then I remember in 2023, the Bears got Josh McDaniels fired. This team just loves firing coaches for absolutely no reason.
Especially Giants coaches, because each year that a Giants coach has been fired, with Pat Shurmur, Joe Judge, and now Brian Daboll, all of them lost to the Bears that season.
Yeah. And the thing is, yeah, you can say how much, if Jackson Dart's in this game, the Bears don't win. I will say this. Jackson Dart fumbled on that play. It's not like Jackson Dart was perfect the entire game. The Bears could have still capitalized. Granted, yeah, it would have been a lot harder, but we get into the what-ifs a lot in that case, and it's just kind of like, you can say that all you want, and yeah, the Bears might have still done it, but at the end of the day, the Bears did what they needed to do and win the football game. When have we seen the Bears do that?
You know what's damning about that whole thing? The fact that Jackson Dart, I think, how many was it? 4 concussions since making his first start? This shouldn't even been a what if to begin with. What are the Giants doing? Why is Dart being left out to die like that?
Because Brian Daboll tried to save his job and it didn't work.
And speaking of Mr. Daboll, I think the lasting memory that Giants fans will have of him from that game is him deciding to kick the field goal at the 1-yard line, which granted made it a 2-possession game, which I didn't exactly hate that move, because it does make it a 2-possession game. But him deciding to do that, and Greg Olsen basically hoping for the rest of the game about why Brian Daboll did that, because Greg Olsen was pissed, and he's not usually pissed like that about a coaching decision like that. But I just found that to be really funny.
Sometimes Greg Olsen, he's a nice guy, but there's Greg Olsen, then there's the Greginator. I'm afraid the Giants just activated third leg Greg.
My issue is with that call. It's the right move in terms of the quarterback. You do not know when Russell Wilson's going to drive you down the field again. You take the fucking points. So like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge them for doing that. Because at the end of the day, when are you gonna get this close again? And plus you let the Bears to only 10 points by that moment. That is a perfectly fine call. If Jackson Dart's in the game, go for it.
Yeah, if Dart's there, they're definitely going for it. But I think it also just, big reason why it got compared is also like, the Dable's first game against the Titans in 2022 when they went for 2 and took the lead. And, obviously comparing that to kicking it at the 1-yard line, which once again, I don't even disagree with what Dable did there, but that is not the big picture here with why Brian Dable ended up failing the Giants, because from all accounts, it really seems like Brian Dable was kind of toxic to work with at the Giants. Like, there seems to be a lot of reports about how, well, I guess I might as well get to like the main one. So, not too long ago, during the Giants-Eagles game, it was reported, and granted, this was just reported, but in terms of like that Giants-Eagles game from like a couple weeks ago, Dable apparently got pissed at Mike Kafka because Theo Johnson dropped the ball on 3rd down, and it was reported that Brian Dable threatened to take away play calling from Mike Kafka because of that drop. And it was also in the same report where it was stated that there never seemed to be any consistency with Dable's decision-making, and multiple players would go on to state that under Brian Dable, it felt like the Giants were way too worried about the narratives that were being said by the media.
I get it. Mental health is so big, and you want to be told that you're being played well. I get it. That is people forget that, and especially in this day and age, I'm not going to rag a Giants player because they want people to talk nice about them. So like it's just Dable's gonna get signed to the Bills in about like a week or so. And he's gonna try to hopefully fix whatever the fuck they got going on there. But yeah, man.
I just think like the biggest indictment here about Dable is it seems like the relationship between him and the coordinators just really went south. And I'm not just talking about like the whole Mike Kafka reports or the fact that their defensive coordinator is somehow still employed. It still goes all the way back to the whole Wink Martindale situation where the Giants defensive players, they really loved working with Wink Martindale. And from the sounds of it, something similar happened between Wink and Dable that seems similar to what happened with Kafka. And that was part of the reason why he left after 2023. And it really seems like now with hindsight, the Giants locker room never truly recovered from that.
See, here's my thing. I think if Kafka sticks around, he should try to get Dungy out of retirement so they have like both elf-looking people on both sides of the ball.
They just need the bald coaching staff.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen Kafka's ears? My God.
That's another reason Bear Man supports him. He's the biggest Mike Kafka supporter you'll ever see.
He was also a former Eagle, if I remember correctly.
I think so. I think he was. I know he was on the Chiefs, I believe.
But yes. Well, now we're going to get into the other games, and all of them are blowouts. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know which team we're going to do next, so you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about the most insignificant game of all time. Actually, no, not insignificant. So guys, how do you feel about DJT Stadium?
Let me just say, you know, like, Orange Man bad, like, fuck you, and fuck you for making me listen to your stupid fucking impersonation of a play-by-play guy. And, furthermore, you know, when you said, oh, the economy's never been as good as when I've been in charge, you know, I have the best, I have the best fucking running government. Fuck you! You were, like, we were a month into a government shutdown. Quite honestly, you know, I tell you to go fuck yourself, but I don't think your dick is that long. And quite honestly, there's enough ass kissers on Fox News that would happily oblige for you. So pretty much all I can say is like, you know, just like I hope that you know, it's extra hot when you start burning in hell.
That's really fucked up for you to say about Marcus Mariota, man.
And
yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for the whole talk, that's been... About it, but see how really shows what I think genuinely about him.
I mean, the fact that he's portrayed as like a Saddam-like character in South Park really says it all, right?
Yeah.
He's just your average Joe, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, that's about the most exciting thing to come from this game. Giants didn't change. I mean, Lions didn't change any narratives.
Actually, no. The most exciting thing from this game was Dan Campbell wearing glasses.
Yeah, yeah. It was actually a Dan off. We had Dan Campbell versus Dan Quinn. Both of them looked like two types of uncles, but it was very different energies of uncle. Like Dan Quinn seems like the kind of uncle who gets you a book for your birthday, and Dan Campbell is the kind of guy to give you your first sip of beer at 10 years old.
Yeah, that game was enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the only other thing I can say is that Washington moved their defensive coordinator to the sidelines because their defense was not playing well, and it went so well that their defensive coordinator is no longer calling plays for the defense.
Oops.
Washington's screwed, man. I said this before, and it was only made even more clear when Jack Hughes apparently got hurt on a piece of glass earlier today with the Devils. Josh Harris teams are the most cursed teams alive. They can never be healthy. It's just one of the laws of the nature.
Yeah. We need to we need to atone for this personally because you know, I feel like this is a fault of a certain.
I warned you. I warned the React bot.
Well,
I warned all of you. This is a problem.
Well, yeah, sure, but we'll have to.
Listen, we can never doubt its power. We can never doubt it.
The four of us have to make one hell of an apology. We all have to
bust out the ukulele.
And then random stuff with the Aquat just we kept like, you know, as like a little gap, a little hot. I think like, oh, there's no way this is ever gonna come true. There's no way that, you know, this kind of tomfoolery is gonna happen. You know, it's a ha ha he joke. And then it actually did happen, and then it's like, oh, Fuck. He do that?
Who did this?
Yeah.
How
Literally
could this
that.
possibly happen?
Yeah. That's how we do it
Yeah.
again. No.
Yeah, I can't wait for dude. I can't wait for Jaden Daniels to send us a Snapchat being like 5 minutes away from the sicko's house. Should I?
And it's to each one of us. That was no one. And I all get the same text message. That's right. I found a way to get cloned 3 different times. All 3 of you assholes are dead.
Oh shit.
But yeah. Well, we have another game to talk about. A game that changed little to no narratives at all. The Rams came into Levi Field, licked the belt, started whipping their ass, yawned, and then left.
Yeah, I don't know what genetic lab this Stafford hatched from, but kudos to the biotechnicians, huh?
Listen, I'm starting to think Sean McVay stole some Amazon money to get this done.
13 touchdowns in 3 games.
Yeah, this Stafford clone is like damn good.
He's on pace right now for 47 touchdowns to 4 interceptions.
Why do you think I want him to go to Amazon? I don't want him in my division anymore. I don't want him. I want him gone from my division. I want him gone. He does this every year. Why do you think my worst nightmare is the Los Angeles Rams select so-and-so from quarterback from so-and-so. I don't care where. If that's what's going to happen in night 1, I will crash out because he's going to become an MVP because Sean McVay's a fucking genius.
Oh my God. Can you
LA
imagine
Rams
if the Rams trade
Fernando
for McVay?
Mendoza.
He's going to be a superstar.
Can you imagine if the Rams traded for JJ McCarthy and he just like blossoms again?
Clicks. I'll be in pain. I will crash the fuck out. I will go schizophrenic on all y'all. There will be nothing held back. I will see the dead speak, and I will see nothing but red, just like the color of Red Bull.
Oh yeah, Stafford hasn't thrown an interception.
Look, you're not going to see the dead. You're just going to see Jeff Fisher in your walls.
Yeah. No, Matthew Stafford hasn't thrown an interception since week 3.
I'd rather see Jeff Fisher. At least with Jeff Fisher. Right? I know I'm gonna get royalty. At least Jeff Fisher, I know it's like, oh, they're never gonna succeed. Sean McVay's gonna be in my fucking nightmares. I swear to God, my first kid's gonna come out, and I'm like, oh my God, it looks like Sean McVay, and then I'm gonna blink, it's just gonna look like a normal baby's face, and then I'm gonna turn around and see the doctor's face has become Sean McVay. And I'm like, wait a minute, that makes no sense. It was the doctor, and she was the girl. Why did she have Sean McVay's face? Why do they have that? And I'm just gonna cry.
Guys, you're Sean McVay. I'm Sean McVay. Taegan, Sean McVay. Are there any other Sean McVays in this call we should know about?
Hey, go route! Go route! It's 4th and 2. Go route!
And it's gonna work because Sean McVay's a fucking genius. Going crazy. I am going crazy. He's in my nightmare.
He's gonna become the Jonkler. He's turning into the Joker in real time.
You know where I got these stars, Spencer? You know where I got these stars? Do you want to know where I got these?
Do tell.
My team is everywhere. Why does everybody in the chat's name Sean McVay?
Hey, Nick. I'm not sure if you seen Shaun of the Dead yet, but I heard it's a very good movie.
Yeah, it's a very good movie.
I've also heard. Have you guys ever watched Shaun of the Sheep? It's like one of those
Shaun
like
the
claim.
Sheep?
Yeah, Shaun the Sheep is like one of my favorite cartoons
Shaun of the
growing
Sheep
up.
gives Sean McVay all the good plays.
Shaun the Sheep, dude. I honestly, pretty much, my opinion is that, like, Aardman don't miss. Like, I've loved everything they've done from
Yeah.
Wallace and Gromit to Chicken Run, that pirate movie they did.
Yes, but actually no. But yeah, guys, I just want to say Sean Evans might be a top 10 YouTuber all time too.
I don't know. Do you remember Sean Baby of, Giant Bomb? Or am
I do not.
showing my age there? Yeah.
You're shawning your age there, Nick.
Yeah.
Not Nick,
Nick!
Spencer. Fuck. Oh god, it's infecting us now. Let's move on.
No.
Hang on, let me.
Sean-
He's Nickman. He's Nickman.
Oh,
He's
good
Nickman.
idea.
You're Nickman. I'm Nickman. Are there any other Nickmans I need to know about?
I am also Nickman.
Hey, Luke. Why don't you check the chat real quick? I mean, why don't you check the VC real quick?
I swear to God, what he is. Okay.
No, don't you see it?
Nah, let's go to Arby's. Roast beef?
So how's it going, Sean Sausage?
It's going pretty good, just,
How's it going, Charmaine? How's it going, Charmaine?
Going good.
Arceus exists.
I got.
So
You know what? I got it. This is clever. This is clever. This is. I'll give you that.
Sean McVay main. How was the day at the office?
My McDay main was really good.
Your McDay main? Ooh. Man, I love a good McShonels. I love a good McShonels after work.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean an O'Connell's? Like
No, I mean like a Burger Sean, like a Burger Sean.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Or like a Shendy's.
Oh, with the big McVay?
One request of this tomfoolery of the McVay. We can talk about the Synaph and the Manaph box. Yeah, I got
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's our. Anywho, my fellow group of Seans, we must talk about the inferior LA team and their inferior coach, the Harbaugh, the dreaded Harbaugh. We do not like the Harbaugh here. Us McVainanites, we do not accept any other coach other than Sean McVay.
I look
here.
forward to the server getting the secret server getting rebranded to the Sean McVay gaggle.
Maybe.
It's been 2 weeks. We need a new bit.
No,
Yeah.
the holidays never end. Anywho,
Sean Man
McVay a
disagrees.
Christmas hat.
then you all better get to changing your names. Anywho, speaking about changing names, Aaron Rodgers should change his before he tarnishes his legacy anymore.
Chat, I think you might be immunized against winning now.
He's always been immunized against winning. Have you seen him in the postseason?
Oh yeah.
Where do we rate this on the Steelers Chargers Sunday Night Football scale?
I'm gonna give it a bro out of 10.
I'm giving this like a Roman Wilson looks like Russell Wilson out of 10.
I am neither team looked very good. I will say, Collinsworth had an all-time stinker that night. Like, holy shit, he was awful.
Any lines in particular?
Well, I can't put my finger on any lines in particular, but yeah, I just remember my mom and I were watching him, and we both were just fucking angry at the man. God, now I'm trying to remember if there were any real notable ones. Like,
while you think about that, my big takeaway is the fact that this was probably the most pathetic the Steelers have looked in a good while. And considering that the Steelers love to play some pathetic football at times, that is really saying something.
oh, we got a classic case on the bunch of entries on the Collinsworth bingo card of basically, like, you see, when I was playing football, we never did this, and that was just like pretty much the whole night for him, talking about how things were different
back in his day, Spencer. You don't get it.
Yeah. And it's like, fucking okay, boomer, let's get you to bed. Go back to your fucking family.
Bro, you're so old. Go back to your family, dude. If I remember this game, I don't think... Kamain, you didn't watch the... No, you did watch this game with us, I think.
Sunday night?
Yeah, I think.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I don't remember at all. But yeah, this game was bad. It was bad to the point where we were putting on meme videos in the background to make it more funny. Like, legitimately one of the worst Thursday night football games we've ever had to experience. And not Sunday night footballs. We had games that we had to experience.
Yeah,
This game should have been broadcasted on the T-Wolves court.
Yeah, the game was literally so bad, I was only staying up so I could watch the local news later. Yeah.
Yeah, in other news, Harbaugh's the inferior coaches, the McVays have decided, be prepared when hell comes for you, John Harbaugh. This time we won't send the dirty bubble. We'll be sending Man Ray.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh, you still look like an angry old tortoise.
Actually, by the way, no. He said John. He said John because that's who the dirty bubble replaced Jim with. They were
Oh.
Interesting. You got my brains moving.
Yeah. So yeah, welcome back to the Untitled Sean McVay project.
We just wanted to say real quick, happy Shauna Days. For all of you that celebrate out there. We just know how wonderful this time of year is, and we just wanted to wish you all a merry Shaunmas and a happy Shaunaka. And don't forget Shanza. And don't forget Shaunmas.
Yeah, don't forget don't forget some of the other alternative holidays like Okanza, and
that's good, Okanza.
And also happy new Zach. Oh yeah, Zach's Giving's coming up.
True. Don't forget. No, Shent isn't until next year. I think Shent isn't until next year.
Yeah, that's. But that does mean we get some fish fries. What's your favorite kind of? What's your favorite kind of fish?
I don't know. My favorite drink though is Packers Tears. I feel like this is a good transition to get into that game. Kamain, I'm giving you the floor.
I'm partial to Sal McVay myself.
Second.
He's emotionally preparing himself. Anywho,
Master McVay.
well, anywho, guys, Oh,
Yes, I
the
think-
Sean McVaggle. Fuck, that's good. That's good. Better than what I put down.
You didn't change the server name. That right? I might have beat you to it, which makes it the shortest server name.
All right.
So I don't know about you guys. Do you ever have like a sports tweet of the year?
I know yours last year was like pissing hot something. I don't know. I'm not Christian. I mean, I am Christian, but like, I don't know.
No, there's like you know, if there's the tungsten armor Doyle. There's one of the really good ones was the casino sign calling to Shohei like a bat signal. My football tweet of the year, I would submit as, and I'm so fucking sad I didn't save it. Has anyone seen Severance?
I've heard about it. I know a couple things.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, we need to perform the severance surgery on fucking Matt LaFleur so that every time we score a touchdown, his innie comes out and he thinks we're down 7.
I see.
Which, if you've watched the show, trust me, this is a good point. I would like if everything on the offense could work instead of not work. It's not one specific problem, it's that everything fucking sucks. Jordan Love is going to throw the ball 3 times on Sunday, and they're all going to be bubble screens to Aaron Jones that get blown up in the backfield. We're not going to have a fucking normal game.
There you go.
Sunday is going to be a goddamn barn burner. It's going to be some must-watch, probably bad football.
I mean,
yeah.
I
This one hurts. Ugh.
What?
It's not all LaFleur. It's not all Love. I think Love's still the second best quarterback in the division. Fuck off if you want to say something about Caleb Williams.
Nah, man, JJ McCarthy, bro.
Yeah, 9's got that lockdown at number 1.
Yeah.
Oh no,
bro.
he's the 9th ranked QB.
Best QB in the division.
I made the joke before you. Anywho,
Yeah, I've contributed to the bit so far on the Sean McVagel.
it's looking good.
Pain. Pain. I wish I had gone to bed early because that game sure wanted me to go to fucking sleep. I mean, I don't mind watching the Packers defense. Jeff Hafley is going to make a wonderful NFL head coach in, unfortunately, not Green Bay. But hey, maybe we could get, like, Mike McDaniels or something as an OC. That's not his fucking name. McDaniels isn't the Dolphins coach, right?
Mike McDaniel is.
He is,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah,
He's
during the Colt, we should get him to Green Bay to rehabilitate his vaping habit, because he can just blow smoke on the Packers sideline for 6 games out of the year.
yeah.
Seeing as all you other teams are so pansy-ass, you gotta play in a fucking dome.
Well, I mean,
Hey.
If you have an opportunity and watch your team lose, it's a very good experience.
But my team's the Bears, and Caleb Williams undefeated in Lambeau right now. Haha, I got him. Unless he muted me. There's a very good chance he... Nope, he didn't. Haha.
I can't mute you in this server.
Hell yeah, baby, we're so back. On a legit note, to go off what we said during the emergency cast, this game wasn't Jordan Love's fault. But if you want to be the guy, you have to overcome these situations. And it really felt like Jordan
you need your head coach to fucking let you cook.
And
oh no,
quite
It's
frankly,
also pretty hard to do that when, dude, we were running a budget Travis Hunter impression at the end of the game. Bo Melton was out there as a wide receiver. He's listed as a cornerback.
right.
That's how fucking screwed we are. Like, sure, Kraft was a season-ending injury. We'll see what happens when Jaden Reed is back. And our O-line fucking sucks. Two of our 4 best players on the offense went down in back-to-back weeks. And I'm not kidding.
No, I know that. I was just saying.
Emergency stream, ton of overreactions. Internet, ton of overreactions. We can talk about it in like week 14.
yes,
I don't know.
Yasko's part of the bit. Yes.
Yes.
No,
We can't even figure out who's fucking good in this conference until the divisional games start being played.
I mean,
That's my
if I may chime in, because I wasn't a part of the emergency stream, but if I may chime in, I feel like the biggest takeaway, at least the image that really defined the Packers' performance on offense that day, has to be Matt LaFleur on the sideline, looking at the playbook, probably cooking up something that's not going to work, and his face is very deep in the playbook instead of, talking to players on the sideline or, trying to coach, because he is also the play caller of this team.
No, like I said,
Yeah.
I still think that this a part of this isn't on Love. I just want to say real quick, the stuff that is on him, he has to do better with that. And it really felt like when Jordan Love was given the opportunity to do things right, he didn't always take the opportunity. And I'm not going to harp on him for doing that. Stuff like that happens. It's not the end of the world.
And looking back at it, I do think he played better against the Eagles than I would say he played against Carolina, and maybe that's just because he didn't have a play as bad as that 4th down throw against, Carolina, but at the same time, like, there's definitely stuff that isn't his fault, but there is things that he definitely needs to improve upon.
Look, man, just you wait until he unleashes his alter ego 10. That's when the demon comes out, bro.
Yeah,
maybe it's the opposite of 9. Who knows?
Yeah. My last thing that I will say about Jordan Love, he needs to prove that he's just not Utah Jared Goff. That's all I want to say. Well, you see, normally we would start on the Eagles and Rams, but Luke isn't back yet. So
you mean Seahawks and
yeah,
I think I actually just summoned my Alexa.
I'm back.
Oh, I didn't.
Sorry.
No.
We're dealing with.
Sorry, 24. Sorry, 24 McVeigh. We didn't mean to.
Yeah.
You're good.
But no, we're dealing with our bathroom sink isn't raining.
Yeah, I'm having the same issue myself.
Yeah, there's
Well,
nothing-
I'd offer to help you with
we're
your
trying a
P-trap,
bunch of
but
different
like,
stuff, but it's just like I might try like a home mix solution just to see if we can get like this. I don't want to pour drain down it. I want to pour Drano like when we like run through it, and to try to get all of the stuff. We've got like a combination. The snake thing's like broke. Like we need like an actual like snake with like a a spike tip around it to where it can actually like catch the stuff and then.
Wait, hold on, wait, Luke, is this about like your sink or something?
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So have you tried isolating your P-trap and seeing if the issue is a clog in there?
Toilet's fine. Shower's starting to clog up. So we have to.
Oh, so it might just be the it might just be the main drain that is giving you an issue, and that's gonna require a call towards your landlord to resolve that.
But we are responsible. Fixins.
Right.
So, since it's broken down and something like that is wrong, sure, we can arrange for something like that, but then we're built literally make sure that it can be done without the wallet. Because like a plumber visit for a fix like this, it's what can save $500.
I mean, to be fair, you are Sean McVay, so you can probably just
Yeah, just use your Amazon money.
We're just
Anywho,
with everything.
are you gonna be able?
Seahawks.
Oh, never mind.
Oh boy, you get to talk about the Darnold.
This was probably the most gating, but I was about to go up because we've seen many comebacks before. And this was starting to be a repeat of a comeback that we have seen. Comeback that I've seen.
One might say, we were winning this game by a lot, and then suddenly we weren't winning by as much. Illegal mail-in touchdowns, folks.
Look. His vice president, Jason Vance,
Watch the third.
it just
quarter.
couldn't get open all
Just
day.
watch the third quarter, man. The third quarter, dude. I was so mad because one play turnover, they score points. One play turnover, they score more points. And I'm like, we've got no momentum. Our defense is completely gas. Right? Like, we've seen this shit before, right? Like, you know what? We all know how comebacks start, and this is how they start. But then, finally, the offense realized we just need to stop passing the ball and just use our great running backs to chew up the rest of the clock. And then they put in Kadeon Slaughter in there, and I'm like, okay, thank God we got that. But, I was watching that game, and I was pissed. Air top.
Guys, I just thought of something that'll make you hate the ACC more. Trevor Lawrence, the guy who helped choke for Jacksonville, Clemson graduate, aka an ACC school.
That's fun.
Well,
I was fun with Trevor Lawrence and at his. Well, I'm fine with all of that. I'm fine with all of that. So.
Use your words, Sean. Use your words, Sean.
I'm fine. I'm happy we won the game, but this should have been like a 57. Should have slaughtered them. They should not have made that as close as it was. I'm happy that we won. On to the Rams, but Mike McDonald. Well, we got work to do. We gotta clean it up, because if we don't clean it up versus the Rams,
you're gonna continue to have your Sean McVay nightmares.
The McVay nightmares. I will crash out next week.
I will say this real quick. This week in Power Rankings, we had the Seahawks at 1. And I will say this real quick, just because I can. next week, I feel like we're finally going to have that moment when we have who's the best team in the NFL. I think Seahawks and Rams will finally have the Super Bowl favorite. I think we're finally gonna realize with who's gonna be who.
It's a sin.
That's you, and I'm very happy that I get to watch that game.
Well, I mean, I have DAZN, so I'm gonna watch. I'm able to watch it no matter what. But I looked at the map today, and I just laughed my fucking.
People get the Bears game, which I'm sorry, they're just gonna set up that game for so much failure. Unfortunately,
there are reasons why I love having why I will always get DAZN, why I always must have an NFL Game Pass, because honestly, missing games like this on the game slate is a sin.
Look, respectfully, McVay main, I am not interested in watching the alternative, which would be Packers Giants.
Still cannot believe
you're missing out on famous Jameis. That's
all you had to do was move 20 minutes of maneuvering. But all right, cool. The West Coast doesn't. What East Coast bias strikes again.
I will say this. I think a lot of people will end up getting the game because I think some things are going to change real soon. Because it's more of a thing where I looked at it, and sometimes they lie. Sometimes they will just show you the game that you are going to get, along with the actual 3 o'clock game. So I don't think it's exactly over. I think a lot of people will still be able to watch the game, but
no, it's just the West Coast, and it's not even. It's 4:05. This game's gonna end. They're not even gonna bonus.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy. I'm in the zone where I get to watch that game.
I'm happy because I'm a sucker that paid.
DAZN's the one with Shawarma Riz, right?
On the autistic quad box of them.
Yeah.
It's to being able to leech Sunday ticket.
It might. I might go to church with my family again, but you know.
That's fair. Well, all this being said, thank you so much to our McVaynites for watching today's podcast. It's always nice to have the people on that we usually have on. Special thanks to everyone here for just making this a great time to do.
Can we give it up? Give it up for Sean McVay.
Yes. 1 second.
Sean McVay.
Please clap.
Thank you guys so much.
Well, nobody asked you.
Yeah, neither did I. Bye, guys. Let's see.